Hey yo Ed, you got an IBM 5100?
What the f? Well, I got this microwave. Yeah, man.
Thanks Ed.
Yo, what's up, Ed?
Oh, sup, Ben?
Yeah, what you looking at?
A remote future
Right.
or distant past.
I have no idea what you just said, but so
What's cracking, man? It's been a while. You were in the digitized world previously,
indeed.
whereas I was in person.
Well, let's just say that planning is one of my weaknesses. Yes.
And we're gonna need to solve that. So what's happening today, Ben?
Why? Yeah. So we'll be talking about one of the more interesting topics of anime that I think exists, which is time travel.
Time travel, you say?
Time travel. Yes.
Uh-huh. Pray tell, what exactly do you mean by time travel?
Indeed. Time travel really is quite a broad genre of a topic to discuss here. There's many different kinds of time travel. I'm pretty sure you know some of them. Why don't you share with me what you know about this genre?
Okay, Ben. You know how there's a remote control for television, and there is usually a set of buttons they use to control the speed of a clip?
Yes, I think I know what a VCR is.
Fantastic.
Haha.
So you have fast forward,
Mhm.
you have rewind, you have pause, then
Mhm.
you have restart.
Restart, right.
Yeah. So I do believe that you can time travel forward, backwards. You can stop time remotely, so you can put yourself outside the present flow of time.
Mm-hmm.
And otherwise, you could just reset time, which is essentially rewinding all the way back.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yep. Or it could be like going to a different timeline from the very start, from another singularity point.
I see you are very well versed in the topic of time travel, but what about specifically with regards to anime?
Well, you see, I do believe that Gatia was right, and he wanted to burn away the entirety of human history to reset the world so that the concept of death wouldn't exist, and then we can all live forever.
Wait, what?
But hey, you don't get Fate Grand Order, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that's yeah. But I definitely get the reference of the lab coat.
Oh, yeah, of course, man. Elsai Kongru.
Daga otoko da.
Damn.
Yes.
It's kind of sus, bro.
That's
But
kinda sus.
Alright.
Well, I see that you're no foreigner to the topic of time travel, but I'm sure that there are a couple of series that we have actually missed out. So, I think it's a good time we take a look at what exactly exists in this genre of time travel anime.
Sure. Alright.
let's go take a
so,
look.
so rabbit hole time. But first, let's get to loosening up the mind and being receptive to information. So, Ben,
Sure.
what is this garbage?
Yes, because I am currently broke as all hell, being a NEET, officially.
Okay.
Now, this is a bottle of Old Smuggler blended Scotch whiskey. Blended Scotch whiskey.
The experiences have been far and few, but I believe that the last blended Scotch we had was pretty flat.
Yes, indeed.
The
So,
Cop Dog.
flat. Right, the copper dog. There was one before that, but we do not speak of that.
Oh, no. We do not speak of that. It doesn't exist.
So, for those who are not in the know of what a blended Scotch whiskey is at this point, which is, well, let's just, I won't assume that everyone has watched the previous episode, so I'll just give a quick overview. Blended Scotch whiskey is essentially they take a bunch of whiskies and then they blend it together.
Yep.
Yep.
Must it be all from Scotland?
Blended Scotch whiskey? I think so. Because the
Right.
previous one was the one that we had.
Copper Dog, yeah?
No, I think that was a blended Scotch whiskey, or was it a blended?
That's a inferior product.
Right. I assume that with the name Scotch whiskey here, that it has to be from Scotch whiskies.
You sure? You sure there
I-
isn't
I
like, a hint
think-
of bourbon in there?
I don't know. This is completely out for based on speculation, because the one that we had that we do not speak of was a blended whiskey. So I assume that there's meaning to names, but you know what? We live in a capitalist market and everything is free for use. But yeah, okay.
Let's
So,
get to tasting this, yeah?
Yes, I am not looking forward to it, but hopefully
Fine.
it works out fine. Hopefully, it costs like what, $49?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty affordable.
Yeah. But it's a different question of whether it is.
Please not too much, man.
worthy
We don't
of
want
taste.
to. We don't want to waste our taste buds.
Is enough?
Yeah, man. More than enough to get a good taste. Man, speaking of scotches, recently I had the great fortune of tasting almost the entire Glengrant portfolio
Alright,
from
the
the
Glengrant.
Arborealis, the 12, the 15, and the 18.
Mm-hmm.
I must say, 18 is smooth.
How
But
many?
it's killing off for weak people.
I've only ever had a 12, but yeah.
Yes. So, let's give it a whiff, man.
Ah.
What am I smelling? Why is it so sickly sweet?
Yeah.
Why is it so pale?
It is indeed very pale, but it's very viscous, which
Oh.
might explain the sweetness to it.
Alright. Shall we get to tasting this? Cheers. man.
Yes, hopefully the taste is somewhat matching the smell, and it is sweet.
Whoa.
Hopefully. What am I tasting?
This would give the Loch Lomond a good run for his money.
Honestly, it's not that bad.
Yeah. It's like weak nail varnish.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't even say weak nail varnish. It actually has some taste to it.
I mean, it's like hints, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
more.
hints. It's like if you take a proper whiskey and then you watered it down. Yeah. Is this even 40%?
I believe so, yeah?
It is 40%.
Yeah, it is.
Interesting.
I believe this is the kind of stuff that you would go for if you just want to get drunk.
Yes. Oh, it does say it's Final Scotch Whiskies. Yes.
We'll have to verify. Like what the scotches inside this are.
Man, they will never tell you.
Are you sure?
Probably not.
I mean, it might be good marketing.
Sure. Well, there are very minor notes of, I think. Actually, I have no idea what the hell. It's too light.
I'll see just a little tinge of wood and just a little tinge of fruit.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the scotches inside there had some kind of weird cask to it. So
And there is this very weird initial taste. I can't exactly put my finger on what it tastes like. It tastes like very, I won't say nail polish, but something close.
really, I would say it has like, it's like nail polish mixed with a really weak dried fruit. So like maybe they sliced off like 0.05 grams of fig and then they mixed it and they stirred it in.
I think that might have been the case, yes.
Yeah, and maybe a bit of the stem and left it inside there. Oh,
Interesting.
this is
Oh, okay.
I think we'll match this with our mixers to see
Yeah.
if it actually pays off. But for now,
You know what? For $49, I think it's fine. It is.
kind of like an Absolute, if you ask me. Absolute vodka. You know,
Really?
it's like the kind of garbage that you just
Yeah.
buy because it burns and you get drunk and it's cheap.
It's cheap. That's about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
get this when it's cheap. If not, you have better things to buy.
Yeah, and it came with a free like brandy sampler. So
Well, in any case,
back to the topic.
yes.
Time travel.
Time travel. Would you
What?
like to bring up the Google page? While I quickly swap our chairs and talk about some of the animes that I know of.
the incredulous height difference here.
Yes, indeed. Unfortunately, I am of a smaller stature.
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 Yeah, now we can actually be even in height.
Yes, I finally feel somewhat less oppressed by your sheer size.
Okay.
Are we gonna OBS this? Display capture.
Let's see. I believe it's window capture.
No, I believe it's display capture. So you can add this part and then shrink it down.
I mean,
It's,
it'll be
it's window capture. Oh my, right? There's a yeah. Yes, I am mixing it up. Yes, it's a window capture.
yeah, but we will need to delineate the files though.
Do we?
We need to separate the files.
Nah, we don't need to.
No, because then it won't record. So what I believe what we have to do is that we need to shrink this.
Yeah.
Move that down. Then we'll need to do a
Window capture.
window capture. And then from this we'll capture Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we just need to
Yeah.
bam! Okay.
Bam. So that's
Then
a bit of
I'll-
editing.
So I'm gonna hide my bookmarks
Yes.
to save you like the effort.
I don't mind putting your bookmarks over there, man.
Yeah, but I might.
Yes.
What the hell?
No, that doesn't do anything.
But why is it not hiding is the question. Oh well, whatever.
Can I?
Whatever, yeah.
Alright. Let's see. Where the hell is this?
Right?
Right.
What is this aberrant behavior?
No, it's not working.
Whatever. Just ignore. Just take the screen
Yes.
that was from here.
I
Just
shall
from
just
here downwards.
blank it
So
out.
what do you want to search?
Alright. Let's search time travel anime. Let's just keep it simple.
Okay.
And no, we're not gonna use ChatGPT this time. I think we've had enough of that for a while. So yeah.
Time travel anime by my Animalius.
Now we can just take a look on you can just take a look on Google itself, man.
Okay.
Yeah, click the more.
Surprise me.
Alright, I'm sure you know quite a few of these already. Why is it not recording? Right, you have to change it. Alright, so that's do you want to restart? We'll just cut to this.
Okay, yes. Zawarded. What do we have here, my friend?
I'm pretty sure that you actually know quite a few of these.
Dude, like I told you, Fate Grand Order is clearly a time travel anime. Gator was right.
Yeah, sure. The Steins Gate, which congrats, you are
I've never watched Steins Gate. I have watched episode 1 to 5.
this sacrilege. Never mind. I'm sure you know.
Sacre Okay.
I'm sure you know Madoka.
Yes, but I never
You know
watched
more.
Madoka.
You know of it. That's good enough.
Okay.
There's Tatami Galaxy. This is the sequel, so you can just ignore that because you have actually never watched
This
it.
one, right?
This is the sequel.
Okay.
There is the Tatami Galaxy, the series below.
Okay.
Remake
yeah.
Our Life. I'm sure you know of it.
Yes.
Yes.
I am
okay.
aware.
There's
There's Dragon Ball Z.
wait, that's time travel.
So we do have time travel as an element where future Trunks time travels back into the present in order to fight against the androids. And don't really care about spoilers because this
It's
is probably a 30-year-old anime.
yeah. If you
So-
haven't watched it, you're probably not gonna watch it.
Right. We have summertime rendering. I believe we talked about this in
Yes.
the past. So this one is an interesting case of time travel. Not
Yes.
only is it the trope of looping time, it's also kind of like a reset time. The jumping to a different timeline at the very end of the series.
Indeed.
That's
So
your boy Kong Ming.
yes,
I have no
your
idea
boy
about
Kong Ming. Yes, it's a very interesting series. You should definitely check it out.
that. Yeah.
Your boy Kong Ming.
I really wanted to. And then there's Vivi. So that's
Right, I've seen
kind of
this,
like an android. Yeah.
Seen this, but I haven't watched it.
So I have seen the part that covers the time travel and it's about an AI traveling back in time to prevent a future.
I didn't know that works, but
Hey,
okay.
we
sure.
have redo of healer.
Sorry, I did not see that. Okay, moving on.
Oh my goodness. Oh, there's Nobunaga no Yabo.
Nope.
Oh, what a shame. It's really nice.
Yes, I can see the plot.
Oh, we have ReZero.
Yes,
Starting
clearly-
life in another world.
Definitely time travel.
Okay, we have Erased.
Erased.
Erased is good.
Yes, it
Really
is
like
good.
it.
We are in court.
Uh,
There's Charlotte. Reborn,
Okay,
you can
Charlotte.
skip
Cut the Kyrie Man Reborn.
that. Yes.
Oh, hey.
Yes.
Haruhi.
Haruhi. As
my.
everyone clearly knows of the infamous Endless 8.
Yes.
If you do not know,
here's your Tatami
congratulations.
Galaxy.
Yes, there is Tatami Galaxy.
And
I
this
think that's about it.
is an extensive list, yeah.
Well, I believe that one of the series that is not being shown here is the anime film called The Girl Who Leapt Through Time.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yes, but clearly it's not here, which the anime is indeed about time traveling because I think you can tell from the title.
Yeah, leapt through time travel.
Yes.
Man. Ooh.
Who could have seen that coming?
Yeah, that's kind of hard to wrap my head around, you know?
Indeed. It is indeed a very, very difficult topic. But in any case, I think that this list doesn't really... Welcome back.
Okay.
And welcome back.
Yes.
So, to be honest, I think that the list doesn't really exemplify... Oh no. It covers a lot of different time travel tropes, if one were to put it that way. We have... Wait, we're missing one.
Which
Your cult.
Oh my god, how is Kamikatsu not here? But that's a major spoiler cause this is not information they should be privy about unless they read the manga. Yo.
Spoiler alert.
It's mad spoilers. Like, brought it up in the previous episode where we talked about Kamikatsu, but
It's fine.
yeah.
If they haven't... Wait, has the anime reached that part yet?
I don't think so.
It's fine.
I haven't watched the anime, so
There are so many... Okay, there are so many other series that follow this trope that if I were to just name a few, I would actually be spoiling quite a few.
yeah. That's
So
very true.
perhaps I shouldn't, but I really do want to.
Okay. Yeah, but let's continue on with
Yes.
actual content. So
So in
what's the
any
whole point
case-
of listing all this out?
Yeah, so we can see from the list that there are a few different kinds of time travel.
Okay.
So the first would be your time travel backwards. So
Mhm.
think of Erased. Right?
Yes.
You are literally going back in time.
Yes.
We have-
Although this is the case where the main character returns to his childhood form.
Yes, there are a few different kinds of traveling back in time. You have traveling back in time as a third person influencing the past. You travel back in time to a first person perspective. But that's beside the point. The second type of time travel that we have is the time loop.
Yes. Yes.
So-
Sometime rendering. That's a good one.
Tatami Galaxy, Endless 8, that kind of things.
Yes.
And the third kind would be the time travel forwards.
Ah, yes.
So
I have
I think that you're more familiar with this.
countless examples of this. Yeah. So Kamikatsu, as we were talking about, is a good example of traveling forward in time.
Mhm.
So from a present, then you go forward, and it's used to give the illusion of an isekai.
Right.
Then we have other means of going forward in time. So we have, I do believe Dr. Stone is a very good example of this.
Mm-hmm.
You have the present day, and then everyone gets petrified, and then we go forward in time, and then everyone gets revived.
Right. I think that Disney is actually trying to pull off that method with one of their founders.
Yes, but your crackpot conspiracy theories aside, yeah.
So yes, we see that there are a few different kinds of time travel, but besides that, there's also the way that time travel is used in the plot of the anime.
Right.
So we can see that some time travel used in the anime is more plot convenience than anything else. Think of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Essentially just going back in time to
Take a peek.
Deus Ex Machina or something,
Yeah.
essentially. Then there are others that focus quite intensely on the concept of time traveling itself.
Yes.
So Steins Gate. Anything that you know of?
Well, if I could make a quick pop culture reference, I believe Loki would be a good one. So Loki from the Marvel Universe is essentially about what happens if you time travel backwards and you time travel forwards and you screw around with time traveling. The time police is here to catch your ass, bust your ass, and put you back to work.
Yeah, I think
resolve
that,
your errors.
that was a thing in Gravity Falls as well, but
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, but essentially, I believe the crux about having time travel as a main plot is not that you change the past, you simply create a new future.
Interesting. That is a very interesting take.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think that in covering this topic that we have actually missed out one kind of time travel. Technically, it is a manipulation of time, but I believe that's more a that is a rabbit hole that I don't think we should go down through today.
Yeah, but give it.
Yes, the time stop.
Ah.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe we require a more adult audience for this. Yeah.
With that said, there's a time stop, and then we'll cut back to us having the Whiskies on the rocks.
Fantastic. Oh man, damn.
Oh shit! Wow.
I was gone for long, man. Ah, damn. That was
do you
like
have
10
an-
years, man.
Do you have an entire training arc?
No, I
behind
went
the
I
scenes?
went to the Ice Age to chop some ice, let the glass chill for a bit, and damn, it's looking kinda chilled out there.
I see. Well, thanks for your effort, Ed.
Yeah, why don't you get us to sampling this garbage on the rocks?
Hey, it's not garbage yet. We've seen worse.
Time will tell. Yeah, that's true.
I am not looking forward to. If there's time travel, I wish that our future selves will come back and then tell us if it was trash.
Mm,
No worries, we'll visit them soon.
yeah, soon. Soon.
We'll be visiting them soon.
Shortly, yeah?
I think the ice has frozen to the glass. You think?
Yeah.
Yes, I think that perhaps there was some oversight.
Ambitious.
There was some oversight.
No,
on your end.
So this will preserve the ice and reduce the speed of dilution. So now we can actually savor this like slowly. Cheers,
Sure.
man.
Cheers.
It's weaker now. Much
the
weaker.
aftertaste. There is a very weird aftertaste. It's like, think about it. This way. How do I put it? It's like drinking this neat. You know that taste when you drink
Yeah.
it neat. Take that taste, compact it, and push it to the end. That's how it tastes like for me right now.
Oof. I mean, if you ask me, it's just bad.
Yeah.
My good heavens, this was.
Oh my. Oh, there's so much more artificial.
Oh my god, the ice is really stuck.
Yes, it is.
I think this is a good method. We'll keep doing this going forward.
Alright. Interesting. I shall leave it to you to think of other ways to keep the ice frozen.
I mean, the ice is. If we actually had a good drink, this would be worthwhile,
Fair enough. Wouldn't be disagreeing here.
right? Because then we
Nice.
could experience it maybe at like 1 minute intervals.
Yes, I'll definitely have to work on not being a need for too much longer then.
Yeah. So when's the experimental cocktail series coming out, man?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Alright.
Oh, all right. Back to the topic.
Yes,
So
back to the topic.
time travel. Yeah, I think we just discussed a future Whiskies and Weeps plot point.
Yes, perhaps they'll come from the future to tell us that it's dumb or that it worked out. Who knows? Only time can tell.
Well, if that's it, so let's get cracking at actual topics. So the whole point of time travel, like
Yes.
why do people even time travel?
Why are we even discussing it today?
Redo of Healer. Why did Kiaru time travel? It's all for a grand purpose, yeah?
Yeah, he just wanted to smash.
No.
He was horny.
He had a sincere goal to
He was
change
horny.
the future, you know? Can't just sacrifice the Demon King to the world for that. Come
He
on,
was
man.
horny.
Nah,
That's-
bruh.
Okay.
But that's
but
it. Plot.
On a more serious note, yeah, why do we have such a fascination with time travel? Because it is not exactly a theme that is restricted to anime. After all, there are much more well-known examples of time travel in pop culture.
Yep.
Doctor Who,
There's definitely one.
the Doctor. What was it? Back to the Future. That's the classic.
Yep.
And I think Marvel, not Marvel. Yes, Marvel has been experimenting with time travel for
Quite a fair bit,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Avengers was a really big one.
Sorry, I only know about Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but Doctor Strange was a key part of the Avengers, you know? He had... So, as you know, there is the Time Stone.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right. I think I know of it.
So we have the time stone, and what the time stone allows you to do is to affect time. So we have different ways of using it. Like Doctor Strange would use it to see into the future.
Right. I thought you would just go back in time to fight Dormammu again.
Yeah, and he can create a time loop, a very local time loop, such that he only affected Dormammu himself. Otherwise, you could be like Thanos, and you could rewind the past of a certain area.
Oh.
You know, such that when the Mind Stone got exploded because of Scarlet Witch, then they had to revive what's his
Right.
name.
I think we need to put a spoiler alert somewhere around here.
No, come on, Avengers Infinity War, how many years ago was that, man? You all need to start living the present. You need to start living the present.
Right. But beyond that,
Yeah.
why do we have such a deep fascination with the idea of perhaps
Traveling back in time.
traveling back in time specifically, but maybe we can discuss a bit more about traveling into the future in the future.
Right, yeah, but you see, some of us make mistakes and we want to redact
Yeah.
those mistakes.
I would not disagree with that. I would classify myself a mistake, and I would definitely be interested in going back in time to
Rectify said mistake.
rectify said mistake.
You know-
Yes.
You know Fate Stay Night, right?
I know of it.
You know Archer, right?
I know of it.
You know he's a guy, white hair, red
Right.
coat, something.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what he did. So as you know, I am like a really big Fate fan,
Of course.
and I've
I
been
can see
following
your-
Stay Night, Apocrypha, Zero, everything.
I can see your dedication to the series sitting right there in the cupboard.
Yep, that's very much true. So, that's literally the entire plot point of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade works. Archer literally wants to go back in time and kill himself before he became the mistake that he thought he would be, which is the Archer class servant, aka the what is it? Agent of the Counterforce. Yeah.
Yes, the archer class are made of archers.
Yeah, and
Interesting.
it is quite a tenable point because like Shiro actually did archery, and then but his origin is that of swords.
Oh.
So that's why he has the ability to create a world full of swords, but counterfeits. But he can use those swords and turn them into arrows, broken phantasms. But that's it.
Yes.
Yeah, this is like a very major point of why you want to go back into the past, because you done goofed.
You know,
You done messed up, Aaron. Then you need to change that.
Yes, perhaps if I could go into the past, I wouldn't be in the virtual world for the last episode.
That's very true.
Yeah.
You could actually have had some wild turkey rye instead of suffering through the Earthstone 10 sea cask.
Indeed. Well, I'm sure that you yourself would have some past mistakes that you want to rectify.
Plenty.
Plenty. Give an example.
I mean, my exam grades would be a very easy one.
Ah, yes, the very typical. Now that I
Asian
know the
mentality.
answer, let me just go back in time and get a perfect grade. But even with the 100, upon 100, you'll still be a disappointment.
I mean, it's more along the lines of like, I believe my future would be very much different if I went to other places compared to where I am now.
Fair
No.
enough.
I would have a different villain origin story. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, for me, I think that if I had the opportunity to go back into the past, I would definitely stop myself from going into sociology.
The infinite spiral of self-deprecation and slowly accepting that society cannot be fixed beyond destroying the entire world.
Yes. Well, we can definitely go back in time and then hit the restart button on the world as well if we want to. But
Oh, if only you had stand powers.
if only I had that power. But that's besides the point.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just like going back in time. I would certainly like to go forward in time, but you gotta see the means you do that, There's no point going in time, but you don't exist. Yeah? Imagine if you went forward into the future, but because you went so far into the future, you can't retain your existence, and then you just get deleted by the world.
I think that's just called dying. That's just called
Yeah.
aging and dying.
No, what if you had the chance to go into the future as you are now?
So fast forward, or to literally
No,
time
you
travel.
fast forward but you age, right?
Right.
But what if you don't age? And you could be 25 years old now. You go 25 years in the future, but you're 25 years old.
So what if we had a TARDIS?
Yes.
Alright, yeah, sounds interesting.
And then you would be in said world, and you would have to live life through it.
Interesting.
As a 25-year-old, when everyone else you would know is like aged, they're like, slowly approaching death, hit their midlife crisis. Whereas you would be, freshly out of your quarter life crisis.
Interesting. Yes, I believe that this dynamic is usually explored in the fantasy world between like humans and elves or something.
Oh, yeah. Because it's the stereotypical elf lives like 200 years or immortal.
Though the concept of time traveling into the future, I guess, is less explored because we don't exactly know what the future entails.
That's true.
Would you really want to enter a TARDIS to go into a future that looks like 1981? 1984, yes.
No.
Exactly.
Kinda sucks, man. Imagine you come into the world and you're like, I'm out of the time machine, and suddenly, oh, the KGB is on you, and you have like a gun to your head, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Though it's a lot harder to wonder about what exactly lies in our future. I guess that's why time traveling into the future is not as big a plot point. It's more interesting in the personal narrative to explore our past, because it is something that we know has happened, and everyone has the urge to want to travel to the past to change
Something.
yes.
Because it could always be better, yeah?
It could always be better. What if I struck that 8.1 million lottery?
Yeah. There's something that you will need to pray a bit harder. You can say goodbye to your social relationships then.
Yes. Though there's a thing that I think really comes into play when we discuss time traveling backwards to fix mistakes.
Yeah?
Like we see in Steins and a lot of other time travel backwards. When you change one little bit of history, things snowball.
Yeah.
Though that's just one side of things. That's the more fantastical side of things. Now, there's another side of things that really makes me wonder about whether we should really have the ability to time travel, which is whether or not, fixing your mistakes in the past. Like perhaps if you were to go back to say primary school and told yourself that you should work out and not eat so much,
Right.
would that change the you now? Would the you now exist?
Well, there's two ways of looking about it. One of it is that we can think very superficially and look at it from the outcome perspective, right? It might have been a difference, or it might not. I could still be a fat ass if I told myself, hey, you fat fuck, just lift some weights, yo. Start doing some cardio.
Yes, if only I could tell myself that.
Yeah, because clearly me at P6 was not very smart.
Well, you know what? Before we actually go too deep into that, I think we can definitely see that you have learned from your mistakes in the past, and we'll definitely have some mixes that are absent of sugar.
Yep. Look at this absolute smorgasbord selection we have right here, Ben.
I think the sugar may be the least of our worries at this point.
What's the worry, man? Is how much garbage we're putting in our body? Nah.
We only live once, man.
Alright, let's get all these cracking.
Alright.
Yeah? Everyone's eardrums are gonna explode for a bit.
And this.
Yeah.
How do you open this?
So I presume a good ratio would be about 60-40.
Sure. So let's just go through what we have here.
So we have Sprite with 0 sugar.
Okay.
So this would be your classic lemon lime soda.
We have the Coke Zero as per usual.
That is an absolute classic. And we have Schweppes tonic water.
That's a normal mixer, I guess.
I believe that it's better compared to soda water.
Fair enough.
Because soda water just makes everything flat.
Though gin and tonic is, I guess it's more favored to gin. I haven't heard of whiskey and tonic.
Oh, I believe that we mixed like tonic with with a bunch of stuff, right? Brandy and Jameson as well.
I think so.
Yeah, and I think it turned out quite well.
Fair enough. And finally, not finally, we have ginger ale, the norm.
Yep.
Perhaps something shitty will go well with the ginger ale. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
And this.
So that's the Grand Marnier. I believe is a brandy.
It is cognac.
Cognac.
Yes.
Isn't cognac a brandy?
I have no idea. So
Okay.
where are we putting this?
We'll do it with our on the rocks later.
Really? Alright.
All right. For now, let's get the
Just kept this.
Scotch inside.
Yes, you can do the Scotch because I have no faith in my ability to handle.
Didn't you pour me like Didn't you pour exceedingly little ginger ale?
I don't know, the can is very small.
All right, that's good. That's good, fam.
Oh my. I should definitely be
Sinusitis is
having
bad, man.
my medication before this. You know what? I'm feeling experimental. Let me just try to pour mine.
Sure, man. Experimental, yeah.
Right. Yes, experimental. Yes.
All right, we'll cap this on and then we'll get to our last string after that. But so far, if let's say you had to like peg a score with it neat and on the rocks, what would it be?
Thus
For
far,
like a 5 or 6.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is a middling, like cheap. It is. If you're looking for a
Cheap thrills, yeah.
a discount bottle, like you could probably get the singletons for a bit more expensive, but a lot
Singleton
better.
12 on discount,
Yeah.
slightly a bit more.
But if you ever really need something that's super discount, like I did,
Yeah. Otherwise, you could go with maybe some of the actual discount bottles like
Right.
Gold Label.
right?
Not a Johnny Walker Gold Label. It's literally just called Gold Label.
They have removed their name from it.
Yeah.
Alright,
Alright,
that's
let's give it. Cheers, man.
Cheers. So this is the
Sprite.
Sprite.
Smells sweet, man.
It is soda. Like it is supposed to be sweet.
I think it could have done with a bit more whiskey, but yeah, this makes it somewhat pleasant. It's just, the Sprite overwhelming the whiskey.
Really?
What you got?
I'm not exactly tasting a lot of Sprite.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yours is slightly stronger than mine.
Yeah. I think you poured a different amount.
Accidents happen.
Yes. You're trying to get me drunk here, aren't you?
No, man. Then again, it's your bottle, so.
Fair enough.
Alright. This one looks a bit more promising. Coke?
Cool.
Cheers, man. Yeah. Okay, this one's bad.
This is quite terrible.
Oh my, this is a good waste of Coke, man. Oh yeah, this is a waste of Coke.
Ah. The Coke couldn't do anything about the whiskey. No.
Oh man. Okay.
I'm not looking forward to a tonic water if that's the case.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Oh, this is bad.
What am I tasting?
It's just bitter. Bitter and bad.
Oh, the bitterness definitely hits after, but
Yeah.
it's just weird.
I think what is missing from this is some kind of sweetener,
Oh yeah.
like grenadine.
simple syrup.
my god. Okay.
And
Ginger ale?
Finally, ginger ale.
Okay, cheers, man.
Cheers.
Ooh. Now it's like Chinese medicine.
Right? Yeah.
Oh god.
It doesn't take. Oh my! It hits after. Oh, the aftertaste.
Oh yeah, man.
Ah.
Yo. It's really cool. Oh.
Why? We found something that ginger ale can't save.
I mean, I believe that's been the case for like 3 occasions already, but
This is beyond saving.
yeah.
Like way beyond saving
Yeah,
compared
this
to the
is
rest.
bad, bruh. Oh, it just got gradually worse.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Let's have some Sprite to like wash it away.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me just pour myself some more Sprite.
Yeah, please do. A Sprite is palatable in this case, you know?
Yeah. Well, we got one thing right. Let's just leave this to the end. Like, I'm not looking forward to mixing the two.
Alright, so now that the glass is heated up a little bit, got rid of a bit of my water. So we have a cognac and liqueur d'orange, so kind of like Cointreau. This is 40%. Wow, wait. 40% for a liqueur. Wow, that's pretty decently high, yeah?
Yeah, that's usually it's like 20 something.
Yup. Hahaha, looking forward to this, man.
Are you?
Yeah, man.
Alright.
So it's gonna be 25 mLs each, and then we'll probably tack on about. You wanna do an equal part, or you wanna do like maybe half of this?
25 mLs? Are you sure you want
Isn't
that
this?
much?
Isn't it 50%? Isn't it 50 ml?
Yeah, but are we gonna pause? What's that much?
I mean, how else are we gonna mix it?
You want
10,
sure.
10, 10, and then 10.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I think I can measure that out.
I don't think we need that much. Because it's probably inferior stuff. Is it? I have no idea, man.
About same, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Time for me to pour this then.
10. Don't forget.
Yep. Right. That's a bit.
Yo! Let's just presume. Oh, let's just presume it's the ice. The ice is tricking
Yeah,
us.
it's the ice.
Yeah, it's an
definitely
illusion.
the ice.
It's just an illusion of that. Don't worry.
It's fine. I poured myself about as much as I poured you.
Why does it smell like a waste of the liqueur?
I don't know. I have not tasted that on its own, so I have no idea what to say about the liquor itself.
Just.
Cheers. Actually,
Complex.
yeah.
It's like they are, what's the term? Homogeneous. It's like one layer upon layer. I'm getting like two separate tastes. I'm getting the Scotch, then I'm getting the orange liqueur.
Interesting. They are like ice and water. You don't get it all at once. Yeah, you can see it's like.
It needs to be well mixed.
You try to take up to the light. You can see like it's not mixing well.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's like
That's
you can
nasty.
see the syrup and then the water, and then when you mix it, there's still like the syrup is not like exactly dissolving into the water.
Oh, that was an awkward swallow.
Perhaps it's just me, but I think that the liquor is standing out.
Yeah.
A lot more.
I think once it's well mixed,
Yeah.
the orange comes through.
Yeah, it's really.
It subdues the bitterness, subdues the burn
I
of
won't
the
say
nail
it
varnish.
subdues, but it pushes it all the way to the back, which is not exactly pleasant.
More well mixed, and it comes more to the forefront.
Yeah.
Whereas at the initial, of course, the whiskey came second, then it became more whiskey dominant at the start, and then the orange liqueur came at the end. Now once I swirl it around a bit more, and it's a bit more prominent at the start. Yeah, I think swirling around is what's necessary, because it's kind of like when we sip it, we skim off the top layer of the
Right,
whiskey.
yes.
Then after the proportion shrank, then now we swirl it around a bit more, and then it's now maybe like 70-30, 70% being this. Okay, I think this by itself would be quite okay. You know?
I think so. It definitely tastes. Yeah, honestly, that's not that bad.
Like yeah, it would have a prominent
interesting.
flavor, but of orange,
Yep.
and a bit of bitters, but that's it. Overall,
Perfectly fine.
I believe some people say that this tastes like cough syrup. Like it's close enough to it.
Cognac definitely has a interesting taste to it.
Yeah, man.
That's it. Back to the topic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So now that we've settled like a whole bunch of time travel to the
Indeed.
back, to the rewinding to the past.
I don't think we've been there enough. I think last we left off, the question was, if I could go back to the past and tell myself not to get this bottle, would it have changed? Would it have been a meaningful change?
Okay, I believe that there is an entire like timeline or world line topic to this.
Yes.
Essentially, that you don't change the past, you
You-
simply make a new future, right? And it's the same. It's the same logic for ReZero.
You go to an alternate timeline.
Yeah, every single time
Essentially.
Subaru dies, what happens is that he jumps to another potential life, and then what happens to that timeline simply continues on. So if he died by jumping off the cliff, life would have just went on and it would have met a specific future. If he died because he got his intestines chopped out, then he would have that timeline would have met another future. And it's the exact same like rationale to the Avengers. When you go, so after Thanos snapped away half of the life in the entire universe, what happens is that the Avengers go back in time, right? But what happens is that it is recorded in this present timeline that they went to the past and then they came back.
So
That's
they
it.
still come back to the same future,
So they're in the same timeline.
right?
They don't change it. But what happens in most cases is that if let's say that we assume that the entire world population, we have like 6.9 billion people and everyone's a free agent, right? And we all operate on a current timeline. If let's say one person went back to the past, so for them, right, their timeline now reads that they went back to the past. And this would be counted as an isolated incident within this entire timeline. And if they did something in the past that would have changed the outcome of something, then that counts as an entirely new timeline. So we will still live in our timeline as free agents. This person who went back into the past would have established their own timeline where something new happened. Because maybe they shot a prominent feature and prevented a war. They shot a prominent person.
So
they prevented a
effectively,
war.
we would have never known.
We would have never seen that future. And we will simply continue on to our established future.
I think the question that I'm aiming towards more is that if you were to go back to your past
Yeah.
and were to change your own past, will you then be denying your own future as being
No, so what I believe will happen is that there will now be two me's, right?
right?
So there would have been a timeline where I existed, and then I went back to the past, and I would have not existed from the point onwards. And the world would simply have continued on. So it would just be the world population minus one at. And then there would be the new timeline where I travel back to the past, and then I could have like replaced myself,
Right.
and that would be my new timeline.
Fair enough.
And there wouldn't be a overlapping between these two timelines because I'm now just jumped from one to the other. It's just that I'm gone from one, I'm now in a new one.
Man, there are so many things to
Yeah. But the original timeline would have recorded that I went to the past and started something new. And it's not that and went back to the past of this current timeline and then change something, because then what happens is you would have to rewrite the entirety of the future from that point onwards.
and there are a few different perspectives, but
Yeah.
if we were to assume that, if you go back to change the past, that you would erase your future self, that there is only one timeline, and that changing the past would affect the future
Yeah.
in some way. So let's say that you were to go, ignoring the grandfather paradox,
Yeah.
if you were to go back to the past and told yourself to exercise, and your past self actually
Did
carried out,
exercise.
would you,
Experience the changes, yeah?
no, would you, how would you, the Ed that exists now, be the same person? Like, because it is your past that creates your present self. So by changing the past, you are effectively denying this future that you are existing
Currently
now.
is, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I talked about, which is that if I just let back to the past of this current timeline and influence myself to be fitter for the future, then would I suddenly just like transmorph and turn into a different person? Would I, the agent who has went back to the past?
No, I think the question here is whether or not the entire point leading up to your current present would have been effectively something pointless, like your struggles with obesity, everything. If you could just change all that, would it then have all been pointless? Or at this point, would it just be better never knowing about?
I would say you could think about it like a story. in the narrative, the only person who gets to decide whether anything is meaningful is whoever's reading the story.
Fair
If
enough.
no one has observed the story, I am the only observer. If I choose to deny myself that observation, then no one is observing and no one cares whether it's meaningful.
Fair enough.
Yeah. If I had to like put a stake in it because I must, then I would say that it would have rendered the past entirely meaningless, but I might have an entirely new meaningful alternative reality or timeline to live through.
Right. See, this is the kind of questions that I believe should be asked when taking a look at some of the more introspective series, like what was it? Can we go back to the summertime video? What was it?
Summertime rendering?
No, not that one. The
Wait, I'm just gonna have to.
oh no, we don't need to.
Oh, what?
I just want to refer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just off screen. So scroll up. Let's see. Remake our life.
Okay.
Yeah, so if we were to, it's essentially just some old guy going back in time to his younger self.
Yes.
So he turns into a younger. Wait, does he go back in time or does he turn into a younger person? I can't remember.
I believe that rather than remake our life, I'm more familiar with real life.
Real life, yes.
Yes.
So that one is not exactly a time leap. Right?
Yes. Essentially, is a social experiment that de-ages you.
Yep.
And makes you relive your life to see if you have made different decisions. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess my point stands that I believe these should be the kind of things that we should really take a look at when we explore these kinds of more introspective time travel series. Like, sure, we can have all those shonen animes, like time travel to our past, you change something and then everything in the future goes boom, like erased.
I believe that a lot of tenseis go that kind of logic. A lot of regression plots, yeah.
But things like this, where the main character has to revisit their past selves and then question whether or not their lives they were living life correctly or something.
Oh yes.
Yes.
So I believe that plots that give the main characters who happen to be failures in life at certain point in time, right, an opportunity to go back to the past and relive their school days. It's, I wouldn't say a very generic trope, but I do believe it does play to the feelings really hard. Because a lot of our modern societies, there are very key formative moments that take place in your school years. And it's during these school years where you have your biggest regrets. And thus, if you had an opportunity to change said regrets during your school years, would you entertain the opportunity to do so? And is it really a case of time travel? If it's a case like real life or remake your life, then I don't think it can be counted as a time travel thing. Because all they do is they de-age you. They essentially give you like a...
Real life is the age.
Yeah.
Remake our life is the
different time leap.
Yeah.
But if you could time leap back and decided that, and you became a certain age by time leaping back, then would you do things differently? That's essentially the beginning to every single regressor plot.
Yes.
Which is that now I know the future, I know what's to come. How can I do things differently to make myself a better future? Real life player, there are tons of manhwas for this.
Fair enough. Well, if you have watched to this point, feel free to leave it in the comments, like whether you would go back to the past to change something, and honestly, if you could relive your life, if you would actually change stuff in your life. Because it is my opinion that it is our experiences that lead us to this point where we actually take a look back to see where we gone wrong and learn from our mistakes, because we are human and we aren't perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
so
it is this imperfection that allows us to grow. If we were all perfect from the start, if we could live the perfect life, I don't think there would be any point in... Put it this way. Visual novels.
Right.
There is this urge to just constantly go back and look through every single route that was possible.
Yes.
And if you did so, you'd probably never be able to finish any series. Or if you could decide the best route, knowing everything about the other routes, would that have made any would that have made your choice have any value? Because essentially you are just saying that this is the best route and I'm just following it.
As a certain completionist I know would not agree with that, but
Wait, the one that was doing Gundam right here.
yeah, of course. I would love to every now and again, but maybe if we could actually talk about Gundam this time. Yeah, that are video games. But hey, before we make a mistake for this episode that you need to go into the past to rectify, let us go and give a review for this.
Sure.
5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Flat.
Flat.
We are in a court. Those of you who are looking for a cheap drink to get drunk, although we advise against it, Smugglers blended Scotch whiskey.
I would
Nothing
say that
exceptional.
This is our recommendation only if this is on discount and nothing else is.
Yeah. I would say that the old Smugglers is kind of like a absolute vodka of blended scotches.
Yes, you go for it just for the highs.
Yeah. Is literally there just so that you could get the alcohol kick and that's it. Doesn't really blend well with anything. Like it doesn't even blend well with Sprite. Sprite is simply just
The least worst tasting.
yeah, the least worst tasting. You know, if you could get the Grand Marnier, then let us do celebration in favor and suggest that you buy it while there's still stock for this, because this actually does taste certainly decent.
50 ml of this is definitely worth. You know, it's definitely a good offer.
Yes. Whew, so Ben,
Yes.
are you gonna have any regrets for this episode that you want to jump back in time to rectify?
Well, I already know one and I'm looking straight at it.
Yep.
If I had any other chances to time leap, I would probably have. Well, if I had the ability to time leap, this would be the least of my worries, honestly.
Yeah, man. I agree on that. I would just like prevent us from ever tasting the Loch Lomond. That was a sordid mistake.
I would have prevented us from spending $200 on that bottle of. What was it again?
Oh, Taurus Classic.
Yes, that thing.
It's okay. If we made, we now have like stock liquid that we can use to produce any kind
Here's
of
more stock liquid. Well, that's it.
Yep.
Time travel, definitely a very interesting topic. It's well, there are many different things that we could have discussed about time travel, but I believe that if we wanted to discuss the technicalities of time travel, we will still be here tomorrow morning, man.
Yeah, I would say that hey, everyone is gonna have regrets about it, but none of us are gonna be able to time travel. So do make the most use of your current time.
Yeah, look
Don't
at
be
it.
don't be wasting it on old Smugglers blended Scotch whiskey unless your budget is no more than a $50 note.
Hey, if you have $50 to spend, you could probably just not do this, not suffer through this, and pay Ed to give you some gains.
That's very true. That is very, very true.
Exactly. Don't live your life in regret. Get Ed to get you the gains.
Yes, exactly. Is this supposed to be a time where I take off the lab coat?
Yeah, I think you've had the lab coat on for a while now.
Nah.
Have
We
you been
are-
secretly sending yourself messages to the past?
We are not exhibitionists here. Yeah. If that's it,
Then again, the Mino truck.
no,
With that
that's
said-
just quite outrageous marketing experience. But hey, with that said, I would say that this episode has been a rather interesting talk. You know,
A very
discussing the
retrospective.
thematics of time travel. Gosh, it must be the fact that we are graduating from formal education that we're starting to have our thoughts
Hey.
of where in our education journey we want to jump back into and Thanos ourselves.
Hey, don't spoil the next episode of Ben Rants. Wait, what?
Yeah, with that said, next episode we're probably gonna have we might actually have a special episode.
Oh,
Because graduation's happening soon.
indeed. Wait, it's not next episode, is it?
It's
in-
in the future.
in the
In
future.
the future. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. But with that said, this is a wrap for this current episode. Do like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the episode. Otherwise, feel free to give us a comment if you want to take part in the Whiskies and Weeps talk show in the future. Well, do send us a message on Instagram and we'll definitely reply.
And if
We'll
you
see.
don't do anything, Ed will come to your place and haunt you. Wait, what?
Yeah, I do believe that that nightmares is something that I consume really well, and I might just pop up. But hey, that's it. Do follow us on our other series. Otherwise, follow us on Instagram. Follow me on my actual coaching account if you want. But that's it. This is a wrap for the episode. We'll see you in the future.